and our own behavior, we lost touch with the people who put their faith in us. The people who hoped that the new Bermuda we offered in 1998 will represent empowerment and freedom. It is from that failure that we have been cast into the political wilderness yet again. Yet the time we spend in political exile can be spent aimlessly wandering, senselessly infighting, and foolishly devoid of vision and purpose. Or we can move purposely back to the values on which we were founded. At our best, the PLP has brought Bermudians together and moved Bermuda away from the darkness of injustice, oppression, and crony capitalism. The Progressive Labour Party was born in a Bermuda where the people had grown, in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, tired of being trampled by the iron feet of oppression, tired of being plunged across the abyss of humiliation, where they experienced the bleakness of nagging despair, and tired of being pushed out of the glittering sunlight of life's July and left standing amid the piercing chill of an alpine November. Crony and vulture capitalism, practiced by a wicked oligarchy, determined to cling to their power and influence by any means necessary, was the Bermuda that the PLP was born into, and there were consequences for standing up to them. Our founders faced economic terrorism in the form of pooled mortgages, being blackballed from jobs, and having their good names smeared. Yet they stood up for us. They fought for us. And yes, they founded the Progressive Labour Party for us. They believed, as we still believe today, that Bermudians are entitled to freedom, justice, and equality in their own country. And for that noble goal, no sacrifice was too great, no burden was too heavy, and no opponent was too powerful. Our founders had a very clear goal. They sought social and economic equality through the application of political power, beginning as a protest movement, shifting to power via democratic majority rule, and all culminating in victory at the polls on November 9th, 1998. We stand on the shoulders of their greatness. We honor them when we fight for the people who have no voice, when we stand up for the capable, willing, qualified Bermudians who are denied employment opportunities in our own country. We honor our founders when we continue to identify and tear down obstacles to opportunity, and when we stand against greed, injustice, and inequity. Today's PLP and tomorrow's PLP must never take for granted the real sacrifice that our foreparents have paid for us to celebrate 50 years, let alone have the opportunities of education and employment to which we now enjoy. Having gained and now lost political power, we must ask ourselves, what grade would our founding fathers give us? What would they think of us? Have we met their expectations? Some may feel that in losing political power, the movement towards social and economic equality has taken one step forward and 2 steps backwards, with the last 50 years having come to naught. Which leads to a very pressing question. What must we do to ensure that we celebrate the next 50 years as an institution? And what direction, what new objective must be set in order for us to effectively serve our supreme interests? That's the beautiful people of Bermuda. My position is that there is no need for a new objective. The goal of our founding fathers was social and economic equality and justice, but that wasn't their final objective. Social and economic equality and justice was the goal, the means to an end, but the objective The culmination point, the real ends, was the highest ideal and aspiration known to man, that of freedom and liberty, and by extension, the creation of a free society. Today, the free society dreamed of by our founding fathers remains the objective. And as they did 50 years ago, we must overcome our doubts and our fears, adjust and adapt to the conditions of today, and fulfill their dream. The free society which we seek is one where the vestiges of our history, of slavery, of colonialism, of racism, classism, and discrimination are eradicated. We must seek to usher in a period of stability, peace, material and spiritual progress, so that true social harmony may manifest in our country. Make no mistake, the attitudes that gave and continue to give life to these scars on our psyche are equally destructive to all, regardless if you are black, white, Bermudian, or foreign. Every society has among them those who hold extremist beliefs and who are dragged upon the well-being of our country. The rest of us, the overwhelming majority, regardless of race or history, desire the same things out of life. These desires today represent unlocked potential to create tangible cooperation, unity, and progress. Today, after 50 years of existence and 14 years of political power, we see a Bermuda in a downward spiral. Our people are out of work. Our families and communities are trapped in a cycle of dependency and hopelessness. And our children are locked into a fratricidal cycle of death and destruction. Is this the legacy of our founder of social and economic equality and justice? I dare say not. In order for us to give due respect to our founders and our elders, and true regard to future generations, we are going to have to adjust our thinking and our actions. It is time